Hey guys, Tom Stein with Timeless Handcrafted, and today I just kind of wanted to go through a little bit about who we are as an organization and as a company. So just a little bit about us. We are a Midwestern Missouri woodworking company that uses hard reclaimed lumbers as well as timbers to create kind of heirloom style pieces, pieces that have a certain weight to them that are, in our opinion, very old school American. We use mostly Amish labor that's here in Missouri or in Iowa. To them, it's a family heritage, it's a family past, it's something that they've done for generations. And with those Amish, they use a certain set of tools. A certain set of technology is allowed, and it allows us to deliver furniture that is made with old school techniques, like techniques that nobody does anymore, not because they're not the best way to do it, but just because they take so long. And in that taking of time, what it really does is it imparts a quality that you don't get from, the run-of-the-mill kind of furniture at your local furniture superstore. It's a very deliberate way of doing things, to where you take your time because it's the right way to do it. We're trying to make a piece of furniture that says, this is a part of America. The lumber has been here for hundreds of years. This is a part of who we are as a nation, as a heritage. And we love to bring that to people. We love to bring that piece of old America, kind of rehewn, rebeautified, refinished, and given a second life. Wanted to go through a couple examples of our Amish-made product line, and one of the big ones for us is our harvest tables. Our harvest tables, they feature real thick, reclaimed domestic hardwoods, white oak, walnut, or heart pine, but we can do any custom wood that you like. We can get and do for custom dining room tables for you. We do conference tables, bar tops. If you have a request, we try to make it happen. We feature in this one a domestic hardwood that is white oak. And white oak, especially old growth white oak, you get a lot of these long rays. Now they're called flex, but in the old wood they were called rays because they were so much longer. And so these really come out really nicely here. And then we also feature these check marks, which are actually, they're not straight lines, they're actually arcs. And they're from a massive old saw that were used to mill wood back in the late 1800s, which is when most of our wood comes from. On all of our tables, we really focus on making all of our joints real long and true, and that alone would make a table. But what we do after that is we also have a redundant fastening system that we have underneath on the bottom that's hidden from the eyes. And then one other thing that we do that I'm kind of proud of is that we use a breadboard end cap, which adds another layer of joinery to it so that you have another basically layer of added support and added structural rigidity. It also, I think, just makes it a little bit more beautiful, a little bit more elegant. All of our tables are built extremely strongly. We either feature a steel table legs, or we also have legs that we turn out of other lumbers. I like to think that if you want to have a dance party on Saturday night with your family, you can have a built-in dance floor right here. And one of the jokes that I tell my wife is that if we ever have an earthquake in Kansas City, then you can jump underneath the dining room table and be the safest place. But we're not in an earthquake zone or anything, but I always think it's funny. One of our other big products is the Steel Old Glory. They are steel American flags. So on our steel flags, we have we start with just a large piece of flat steel. And then we take that steel and we cut it into the 13 stripes of the American flag. And then we cut out our star field, and then it goes back to our Amish blacksmith welder. And he will then attach every single one of these points. There are over 100 welds in here. We have 3 different finishes that we offer. Right here we have our rustic American. We also offer our American flags in a clean steel, which is just the flat piece of steel. And then we also have a patinaed, which is our most popular, and it is a flag that is left out in the rain for about a month to start to oxidize, and you get this nice kind of weathered pattern on it, and then we take it from there and lacquer it so it won't oxidize any further. And we have 2 different sizes of flags that we make. We have our standard size, which is this one here. I'm 6'4", to give you a height or kind of a look here. It's just a little under 6 feet. With the flag itself, this is great for man caves, for a little splash of Americana inside your home. And then we also offer our massive American flag, which is kind of the barn banner, the lake house kind of staple. This is 7.5 feet long. It is very large, and it is a massive statement piece. Yeah, these are the steel Old Glories that we make. All right, guys, wanted to go through one other thing that we do here, and that is our beam construct line. What we do is we take pieces of old structures, old warehouses, barns, and we repurpose them. And one of the big things we do is wine racks and mantles. But what I love about these is that they have a history. And like if you look at this one, this used to be a whole live edge. So just imagine some burly guy going and trimming up this beam for whatever purpose he had with it, and then cutting out of, with hand tools, a peg to go through to protect another beam. And you can see the mortise and tenon here and kind of how it just sandwiched in. And I just, whenever I see this, I imagine, some guy that, his craft was, he was the peg man, and he'd go through and make the pegs and build the building. And it's a cool part of American history. And what we try to do with these is keep that as intact as possible and pair that with something that's functional. And wine is always an elegant choice for us because it is so, there's a certain sexiness to wine, and I think it pairs really well with the kind of the rustic American that that this stuff represents. Again, I want to say thank you for taking the time to check us out. We have new products that come online every month. Please come back and check us out again, and just remember that we got to take care of each other. Thanks.